Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity with me, Bring It On. Go check on Gamo first, and then we'll investigate the rest of the mine. It's impressive how quickly Stalwart reopened the mine and got it operational. He looks around approvingly. However, I'm concerned about the behavior of some of the miners. They seem erratic, confused. It won't look good in my report. But wait here, I'll look into it. Scrolls and papers documenting the sale of iron ore and sulfur are crammed onto the shelves. It's fairly clear why Gamo is under suspicion. His face is spattered with blood. His hands are bound, but you can see blood and scraps of flesh under his fingernails. Gamo's posture is hunched, and tears have dug tracks through the layer of gore on his face. You find yourself the target of a pleading expression the moment you're in sight. I have a few questions for you. Please, it's like I told them. I don't know what happened. I can't remember a thing. There's no way I could have done that to Samuth. Wait for Gamo to settle down. Gamo swallows, ducking his head, and falls silent. What do you do here? Me? I'm just a dragsman. Load the carts, get the ore from here to there. I do whatever they ask me to, really. I haven't lived in Stalwart long. Heard they needed more hands to work the mines. Thought I could make a fresh go of it. Maybe even see the battery. Why is this happening to me? He tries to wipe his nose with the back of a hand, leaving crimson smears behind. Where are the other miners? I don't know. Nobody knows where the miners have gone. I swear it. I didn't have anything to do with it. His voice cracks. So I do believe him, but just in case my gut is wrong, I'm going to go with option 2. Tell me where they are, and I'll ask the foreman to be lenient with you. I'd tell you if I knew, but I don't. I don't have any idea what's going on. Please, I'm telling the truth. What's the last thing you can remember? Tarik, shaking me awake. I was on the floor. Samuth was curled up nearby, and he was dead. His face crumples. That's all. There's hours just gone. Out of my head. Who's Tarik? He handles construction in the tunnels. There's a cave-in to the north, and he and the others have been working on clearing it for a while now. He must have been grabbing supplies for the crew when he found me. That's all.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
There's all this fog in this room. Like a mist floating around the...
You see Gamo?
How could I miss it? Looks like he went swimming in Samuth's blood.
Blazes. Never would have pegged him for a freak.
Good thing I'm freshly greased.
Yeah, there's like a mist hanging around the northern side of this room here. Yeah, we'll go north next, see if we can't find Tarik. And some Zorops. Oh, and a blight. Fantastic.
On your side.
Zara is ready.
That didn't work.
Zara is ready.
Yeah, it's any blights. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't just like ice blights or something. It might just be Zarups, but we are in the White March DLC, part 2, with the difficulty ramped up. I still need to tread carefully. Nice. 4 more of those to go. Let's keep going north. In fact, I want to adjust this a little more. These guys back a bit. Try to make sure that my main character is the one tanking. Why did you lock the crystal away? Why punish us like this? Someone must have the crystal. Where is it? Good question. Come on, folks, get moving. Let's get this done. Cave-ins have created openings to the outside. Snow has settled upon the rocks above. I have boots of stability. We've seen these or something similar to them before. Just double check and make sure that wasn't a unique description. Yeah, we have multiple pairs of that. Okay, cool.
Oh, and if I find something good, you can have half.
Just keep misclicking.
Right here. Good thing I'm freshly greased.
Yeah.
Need something? I'm trying to get this place cleared out. He squints at you. What are you doing in here anyway? Looking around. Sure. Not the best view in town or anything. Unless you have a thing for rocks. Has anyone from your crew gone missing? Not a one. Guess we've been lucky. One of your workers was acting a little strangely. Noticed that, have you? I think it's something to do with the sulfur. After they sent to fetch it back from the east mines, they all come back a little off. Caught some of them wandering in circles, talking to themselves. He shrugs. It seemed to last once they were outside the mines. Where did you find Gamo? Found him out to the east, hunched over Samuth's dead body. The state of him. I had gone feral or something. Tarik shakes his head. The eastern mines seem to be the site of a lot of trouble. My guess? It's gas, bubbling up from underground, coming out with the sulfur, messing with people's heads. Knew a guy once, got a lungful. He decided to shuck off all of his clothes and run hollowing through the tunnels. We all got an eyeful. At least he didn't hurt anybody. Be careful if you head over there. Killeny uses constructs for digging, and they double as guards. Just give her a heads up if you're on the way, maybe. What's Killen's job here? Have her picking out some potential sites for new tunnels at the moment. Otherwise she wrangles the constructs, mostly these days. Her aims to have the constructs do most of the dangerous work. You have to ask her how she's getting on with that. I never liked those things myself. Well, that's all.
Yeah.
Alright, from north to east. Well, I guess west, north, east. I don't know what I should take. I mean, since we're already here, we'll start with this one.
Let's see what we got.
It didn't matter which one I chose because they all lead to the same place, it looks like. Oh. I must miss his body. Emmett's body is laid out cleanly. You can see that his throat has been torn out and his face has deep scratches in it. His hands are stained a light yellow. I can't talk to his soul. Okay. An ice troll. Alright, I'm gonna take care of this guy real quick.
Uh-huh. Lead the way.
Gosh darn it. Keep selecting the wrong thing, man. We'll get it figured out. Then again, maybe not.
Let's go. Let's go.
So it's not pretty, but we're getting it done.
Yeah? That man's down. Look.
Alright, let her have the kill.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, about time. I forgot about this one. Alright, so I'm going to take 200 damage from melee enemies to unlock the next level. I forgot about Firebrand. I need to be using that as well. Wait, now we get a flame shield when critically hit. Nice. Remember what all we read before? I think it was just the first paragraph. This bell-defined shark skin bears the geometric tooling common to Rotine fashion, and within the shallow grooves of each right angle hide arcane sigils. Though its material does not feel unusual to the touch, the belt imparts the wearer a feeling of comfortable warmth. Few dangers pose as much risk to an ocean-going vessel as an uncontrolled fire, a fact doubly true when the vessel carries barrels of gunpowder and other explosives. While not all Royal Deadfire Company ships employ magicians with a propensity for manipulating flame, such vaunted individuals find themselves in great demand and can virtually set their own wages.
Yeah.
Next fight, I'm trying to remember to use Firebrand. Get a nice little damage bonus out of that, since we do extra burn damage.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
Miner's Note. A set of fragmented notes is scribbled almost illegibly on a scrap of parchment. Tunnels. Remember lamp. Keep hand on right wall whole way. Watch for spiders.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
That a right wall the whole way. This would be our right. Let's pull back.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and pull this out.
Right here.
Let's go. Keeping quiet. What? Mow it. Ixnana. Yes. Let's go.
Oh, alright. We'll just keep going then. Let's throw this back here instead.
I'll keep an eye out.
Let's go. Step lightly.
Oh shoot, I never read that description back here, because we initiated combat. The heavy strange odor of sweat and sulfur wafts up from somewhere below.
Sure.
How many people working in the mine where the smell of sweat can drift up that far?
I'll stay out of sight.
Another crystal leader.
Let's.
Alright, I can't see my monitor because my cat's standing in the way, so you have to excuse me. A peek inside these shallow burrows reveals the gleaming stare of many eyes.
Sure.
Give us the option to torch these as we go. Because why risk it? Alright, talk to over there. Let's go this way first.
Step lightly.
Even for Stalwart, that's crazy.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Contract of sale. This document details the purchase by someone named Killeny of a handful of constructs for use in the sulfur mines. The seller appears to have been one Galvino. Okay. Hey there. Hang on just a moment. Turns towards the nearby constructs. Stand down. Constructs stop instantly, limbs going limp at their sides. There we are. Now, what can I do for you? You control these constructs. That's right. Pretty solid workers, since they don't eat, sleep, or go crazy and kill their workmates. She smirks. Not as often as your usual miner, anyway. I'm looking into the disappearance of the miners for Ismay. Can you answer some questions? Suppose so. Not sure how much help I'm going to be. Tarik's the one that found Gamo. Do you think Gamo's responsible? Sure looks that way, because he's got bits of Samuth in his teeth. He grimaces. Have you noticed any strange behavior in the other miners? Mining's rough work at the best of times, so I like using the constructs. I think these tunnels just start to get to people, over time. Never thought Gamo would snap like that. But sometimes, yeah, folks are acting a little strange. Like when, who was it? She frowns. Huh. You know, my memory's been acting up lately. I'm starting to think Tarik might be onto something with that gas theory of his. Farewell. Swing on by if you have any more. Killen's gaze seems to slide off you. With a sudden convulsive ripple, her posture changes. She hunches forward, her arms dangle loosely at her sides. Brothers, sisters, Aeronaut is here. Her head turns towards you, but her gaze is empty. Follow her gaze. You take a moment to look behind yourself. You don't see anything of note. Your companions look similarly baffled. When you turn back, the woman is drawn significantly closer. We've been looking for you. We know what you've done. Her legs stretch forward in slow, ponderous steps, as if she might collapse under her own weight at any moment. Why are you looking for me? Take him away. Lock him up until we get what we want. The constructs behind her turn as one, their clawed fingers at the ready. The constructs charge towards you. Fantastic. Alright, we'll send the devil over there. Whoops. Some buffs out real quick, and...
I bring your...
Might probably be a little odd. Wasn't she attacking there for a second? I know she cast a spell, but I guess that was a carry. Oh gosh. Alright, we're getting throttled here. I'm just keep throwing spells out and hope for the best.
Is ready.
Right, geez Louise, man. I think we've seen the loot rope before, haven't we? No, maybe we haven't. Let's come back to that in a second. Yellow-tinged vapor gusts occasionally from these vents, leaving an acrid odor in the air. Alright, looped rope grants clarity, so plus 20 defense against blinded, weakened, unconscious, terrified, stunned, stuck, stickened, not stickened. Distracted, prone, petrified, paralyzed, hobbled, frightened, dominated, dazed, confused, and charmed. The young knight sought a legendary armorer beneath the mountains of the living lands. The knight brought a fortune in gold and asked the armorer to craft something exquisite to protect her on her adventures. The old armorer agreed, on the condition that the young knight would apprentice with him for 3 years to learn the basics of his trade. The young knight agreed and worked at the armorer's side day and night, fashioning breastplates, greaves, cuisses, and shields. As the 3rd year drew to a close, she waited to see what marvelous piece the armor would craft for her, yet the old man never picked up a hammer, but to correct her technique. On the final evening of her apprenticeship, she approached the armorer and asked about the reward he had promised. He counseled patience and told her that he would finish it by morning. When she arose the next day, she found him sitting by the hearth, twisting a length of rope. "I've done all you asked," she said. "I've served you faithfully and learned your trade. Where is the armor you promised me?" "It is here," the old man said, holding up the rope. "You vowed to grant me a great protection," the knight said, her hand moving to her blade. "And so I have. You've worked at my side for 3 years. You have seen how even the strongest steel shatters, dents, and rusts. The greatest protection is not bent metal, but mastery over your own mind. With this, even the gravest wounds shall not stop you." This dark burrow extends deep into the wall of the mines. Unlike the miners' tunnels, the walls here have an almost slick texture, interspersed with damp, pressed earth. A few paces past the entrance, the tunnel widens considerably. You find yourself at a crossroads, where the tunnel splits off in 3 directions. 2 tunnels lead to the left and right, while the 3rd stretches on ahead of you. You feel a breeze, faint but steady, coming from the tunnel to your right. Alright, retrace your steps to the exit. You trace your steps and make your way back to the exit. If I do anything dumb, we are going to rest up. Oh, this would be good on him. With the Forget the name of the spell. But the spell that fills all the empty slots with consumables,
Yeah?
if I ever decide to use it. Nature's Bounty. Alright, let's quick save. We'll take all 3 paths, of course. It seems to indicate that we should go to the right. We're going to go to the left and dead ahead first. I've already read these. Alright, take the path to the left. Walking on, you come to a fork in the road. The tunnel splits here, carving a way to the left and right. You hear a faint rustling down the tunnel to your left, and the repetitive tap 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 of bristly legs striking the cavern floor. Yeah, take the path to the left. As you head down the tunnel, you come upon a spiraling clinging to the cavern wall. It hisses fearsomely at you, brandishing its fangs. Startled, you straighten up and crack your head on the ceiling of the tunnel. What do you mean startled? We heard it. Okay. The spiraling turns and flees into the darkness. You trudge gamely down the path, only to find that the cavern eventually comes to a dead stop. The only way forward is behind you. Alright, turn around. Take the path to the right. Wait, is that right? Oh, it went to the left again. You come to what you initially mistake for a wall. A thick tangle of pale, twisting roots stretches across this tunnel, blocking further passage. Alright, turn around. To the left again. Fork in the road. Let's take the path to the right this time. You plunge forward into darkness. Reaching out, you can feel the walls continuing to the left or right. You cannot see what lies just ahead. Alright, so we've had this before. That was the description of the spider in the distance. A faint breeze goes across your face, blowing from the tunnel ahead. Yeah, light a torch. You hold your torch aloft, and the tunnels take shape ahead of you. Paths lead off to the right, the left, and straight ahead. Alright, so we should be going straight ahead. Let's keep going to the left. We've seen and read this before. To the left again. You trudge briskly past a long stretch of tunnel. Alright, same description as before. Alright, maybe we should... let's take to the path to the right this time. Midway down the tunnel, a spider suddenly emerges from the darkness, dagger-like mandibles plunging down towards you. The long fangs narrowly miss, but during the desperate struggle that follows, the spider nearly yanks your arm from its socket. Having failed, it stumbles away down the tunnel after easier prey. After a short distance, you come to a dead end. Alright, so we only get injured? There's no loot in here? Alright, take the path to the right. We're just gonna get out of here, I guess. I'm sure there's something I missed in here. It feels like there's something I missed. A damp but not entirely unpleasant breeze flows towards you from the tunnel to your left. Take the path to the right. Here we go. You stumble upon a skeleton propped up against a small chest. Patterns of its old clothes tell you this person may have been a miner. Take the treasure. Start stuffing your pack full of the coins and other treasures. Alright, take the path to the right. You trudge briskly past a long, empty stretch of tunnel. I've read this before. Hit the path to the right. You see light up ahead as the tunnel comes to an end. Stepping clear of the tunnel, you find yourself in a new cavern system, a thick layer of spiderwebs under your feet. Nice. I know there's loot in there somewhere. Just had to get injured a couple times to find it. Comtessa's Cage. Grant solitary. The +1 enemies needed to flank. Immunity to paralyzed. 25% of damage range guaranteed. So it's guaranteed. Oh, for 30 seconds. Or 3 seconds. It's a passive. How does it proc? Does it just pulse out every 3 seconds? Oh, no allies can be in the radius. Okay. Okay. I think we'll give this to her then. It'd be good on her as well. But since she can jump past everybody, I'm going to give it to her instead. And does she have a dexterity bonus yet? It's not. So, go get that.
Huh?
Oh, didn't read the description. Alright, the Comtessa of Manetti was pledged to the Marqueso of Veralti. Sorry, Veralta. Her heart belonged to her captain of the guard. When she learned that her love meant to challenge the Marqueso for her affection, or Marcheso, she enchanted this gauntlet to protect him during the duel. When the young captain threw it at the Marcheso's feet, 2 men drew swords and fought across the grounds of the Marcheso's palace. Whenever they sparred near the fallen gauntlet, the captain had the upper hand. Yet every time the young captain drove the Marcheso back, the tide turned. Eventually, the captain caught wise. He allowed the Marcheso to press him once more. As they passed the fallen gauntlet, he threw his strength into one final onslaught, winning the duel, and the hand of his beloved, with his blade at the Marcheso's throat. So it went far better than I thought it was going to. I assumed since he threw the gauntlet down, he was going to lose the duel. Ironically. That's how a lot of the stories in this game seem to go. Alright, I'm going to call it here. Next episode, we'll check out the luminescent caves. And hope for the best. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.